Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another day of Kit Conspiracy. Today I am still working in or with the Ginger Snap collection from Pretty Little Studio and still working with photos from my niece's baby shower. These are photos of them opening gifts, and her oldest one is inside one of the really large gift bags. She was collecting all of the tissue paper, and then when they unwrapped the gift that was in that bag, she climbed inside of it. So anyway, just documenting opening gifts and their family time together. It was a co-ed baby shower, and it was actually more like a barbecue celebration, not necessarily like a typical baby shower. So I'm still kind of at the beginning of using my papers at this point, and I don't want to use like the huge chunks of all of them because I'm like, I need to save some of these to get to the end of the week, and to get through all of these photos, because I think I have enough photos to do 8 or 9 layouts. There is going to be at least one, maybe 2 or more bonus layouts for this. Obviously, I posted one on Saturday and on Thursday, but I think I'll have one for Monday as well, and I might actually have more than enough for the week. So I might have to post some of them towards the end of the month, but we'll see. So I am using that yellow paper. I really love that yellow plaid and this heart paper. But in order to break it up and give some depth to the entire thing, I wanted to add a paper that had the darker colors, and that's why I went with those vertical stripes. Well, I'm using them vertically. You could also use them horizontally, but in this case, I really wanted to use them vertically. But what I'm doing here is I was thinking I would stack the 3 papers in each of the areas, and I don't end up liking it. And so then I'm like, okay, I've cut all these strips of paper. Now what am I going to do with it? I end up using the yellow papers. I put them back together, and I put the heart papers back together, and I use them at the yellows at the bottom and the hearts at the top. Because the yellow has obviously more color to it, it feels like it's a heavier paper, not necessarily weight on a scale, but when you're looking at it to your eye, it kind of has a heavier look. So I'm going to use that at the bottom, and I'm going to use the hearts at the top. I'm still going to use these stripes and cover up where the papers are actually cut. And I was trying to right there to put the pattern back together, but it wasn't working, and I don't know why. I kind of just gave up and was like, you know what, it's not going to be a big deal. I'm just going to go for it. And so that's what I did. But I was able to put the pattern back together for the hearts. So I really like it better this way rather than having all 3 papers in all 4 areas. So I think this looks better. It's a little more pleasing to the eye and a little bit easier to look at. So it makes me much happier. I am inking everything up here with some Scattered Straw Distress ink because I have a lot of yellow going on. I thought the Scattered Straw worked really well. It's kind of that softer yellow instead of like a mustard seed or something. And so I thought that matched very well with the yellow that is going on in the papers at the bottom of the page. So that was making me pretty happy. It's also giving a little added depth and dimension to the papers, just so that you can really see the difference in the colors. I am going to leave a little bit of white at the bottom and at the top of my page, so there will be a little bit of a border there. And then this paper that has the lines for writing on it, that's just going to get tucked in the middle, and I'll try to match those lines up going across the layout, mostly because my photos, I'm not going with them centrally located across the two layouts like I normally do. That's kind of my go-to. So in this case, I actually decided to go with my photos laid out more grid-like, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. So, and then I'm also including a couple of photos that have decorations in them. And I think that those work really well with this collection because, as I mentioned earlier in the week, that the entire baby shower definitely had all of these woodland creatures in it, and everything matched really well, even though it wasn't anything that I had planned. So I am going to use this bit of packaging, and that's going to bring in a little bit of the kind of the darker orange color, and I really like that. In case you're wondering what she's holding up in that very first photo there, it's a gift wrapped in paper that her daughter had painted. So I thought that was really cute and wanted to get a picture of that. I'm going to fussy cut out a couple of these animals and use them on this layout, which I think is going to be awesome because I haven't used a lot of them yet, but I definitely want to get some of them on the page, and I think they're really adorable. So I'm going to cut out the owls, and I cut out the bunny rabbit you see on the bottom of the second page there. This little squirrel is going to make it on the page, and that little bird that's kind of sitting, I guess it's a bird or a chick. It's super cute though. It's going to make it on the page, and I really like the way that they are coming together. I'm just kind of playing with the placement, and then I'm going to pull out some of the other ephemera bits with the tabs and the labels, and kind of make a little landing place for all of these little critters to sit. And I'm also going to use some of the foliage. Now I do use that banner in the bottom right hand corner. I think it's super cute, and just draws your eye down there. I won't be adding a ton down there, but there will be a little bit of gold that I add in the title on this page, and so I will be adding a little bit of gold into that cluster or onto that banner piece. Other than that, I don't add a whole lot to the banner. It just kind of does the work for you, so I didn't really feel like I had to add a whole bunch. You certainly could add more, but I didn't feel like I need to. So I really love the round labels. I kind of wished there were more of the round labels in this collection, or in the pieces that we chose. We did purposely choose ones that had the round labels, but I felt like I could have definitely used more. I really like the addition of those, but the leaves also definitely add a lot of softness to the layout. It's those natural organic lines really help it out. So building that cluster behind the birds with the leaves, I think that looks super cute, and was perfectly fitting for everything that's going on this layout. So my title is going to be Opening Gifts Together. I'm going to use the word together that came in this collection, but I have some small gold thickers that I'm going to use for the words opening gifts. I'm still trying to work through my thickers. I have lots of dies. I could be cutting my own, but I'm trying to get through a lot of thickers, and it's a daunting task because I have so many. But you know, at some point I'm going to have to weed through them and just pull out the ones that don't have enough letters to make any words. So I just haven't gotten there yet. We'll see. Anyway, okay, so I did actually end up using a bit more of the packaging. You can see that there behind the little bunny rabbit. And then there's a diagonal stripe that's at the bottom of the page I'm working on currently. You can see it says Ginger Snap upside down. That is part of the packaging as well. Part of the packaging that I cut off of that orange piece, that orange plaid that it's sitting on. I'm going to use that packaging, and I'm just going to have it peeking out from underneath the photo there. But you're not going to be able to see where it says Ginger Snap. And then that little bird is going to cover up a little gap that is going to end up between the photograph and the, or the the middle photograph and the photograph on the left-hand side. So you'll see that here in just a second. I am popping some things up onto some foam tape. The bunny is popped up. The owls are popped up. And then this little guy is also popped up. Now I decided not to use the little house down there. I don't know. It wasn't really doing a whole lot for me. It's kind of cute on the screen, but in real life, it just wasn't doing a whole lot for me. So I decided not to use it. I left it simple. And plus I wanted a little bit more room for journaling. So I decided I would just not use that and leave that spot for her to do a bit of journaling in that area, as well as where the bunny is on that card that's behind the bunny. So I think that is going to be plenty of space between that and the labels, the circular labels. And I will leave that for her to do because I know she has thoughts that she would like to write down. And you know, I am not making these pages for me, they're for her. So I thought that would be a nice way to include her in this process, right? So not just tell the story from my perspective, but from hers because it's her special day. So layering up a little flower behind this squirrel, I'm assuming it's a squirrel, and I like the curvature of the neck of the squirrel and the fact that it kind of nestles around that circular label. I think that's super cute. Obviously, he's popped up onto some foam too. The foam that I'm using is just Fun Foam from Walmart. It's not actually called Fun Foam. It's we call it Fun Foam, I guess, because it's adhesive backed, but it's just in the kids craft area. So you can get the non-adhesive backed or the adhesive backed. I prefer the adhesive backed because it does half of the work for me. And it's really inexpensive. It comes with, I don't even know how many 5x7 sheets of foam in multiple colors. So that is what I tend to use. I thought this little spot down here at the end of the bottom of the photographs was the perfect spot to fit these gold thickers. And actually, I don't even know if they call those thickers. They are from American Crafts, so I'm not sure that they're actually called thickers, but I thought that was the perfect place for the title. I am adding a gold chipboard heart underneath the word together. I'm going to add a chipboard heart over to the banner, and I'm going to add one up behind the owls there, just to bring in a little bit of gold to each of the areas where I have embellishments. Just to kind of finish those off. And I think that looks super cute and does a great job of just bringing in that metallic texture to each of the areas. I think I got one up by that scroll, but maybe I didn't. Yeah, I think I did. So I think that's really cute too. That is pretty much it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to pop the close-ups up here in just a few seconds for you so you can see those. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down below. I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. I am behind on answering questions, so bear with me. I will respond. I just am a little bit behind on that. But thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this one, hit the thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe as well. Don't forget to go and see what MK has for you today for her Kit Conspiracy layout using the same collection. And don't forget, you can join the Kit Conspiracy Facebook group. The link is down below for you, or you can also join my group, Galaxy Girl Creations. Thanks for watching. I will see you later. Bye-bye.